Congress. This is now my privilege to introduce to you Mr. Tony Esmeralda. He is Corteva's business director. Corteva, at this point in time, is also a platinum sponsor of our Congress. Tony, welcome.
Thank you, Krista. And just first of all, congratulations to Jaco with the election. We're looking forward to work with you, Jaco, and thank you for partnering with you in terms of presenting the conference.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Tony. And also from our side, you've been a great help and also a great collaborator with Agri SA. And for that, we really want to thank you, your board of directors, and your staff. Yeah. So just a few questions, Tony. Tell us about Corteva WW and what role you play within the broader context of South Africa.
Yep. So talking about Corteva, is that we're the biggest pure ag play company in the world. We listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Worldwide, we have 20,000 employees. We operate in more than 140 countries. We've got more than 65 active ingredients. We actually provide more than 100 crops to farmers worldwide. Coming closer to home in South Africa, we've got two platforms. On the seed platform, two premium seed brands, Pannar and Pioneer. We go to market through sales reps and agents directly to farmers. And we've got a strong agronomy team where we make recommendations to farmers on product placement and best practices in agronomy. On the crop protection side, we've got a strong crop protection team, and through crop advisors in the channel, we provide product to farmers. And those business partners that we have, AECI, Plant Health, Laufeld Agrichem, Intelligro, and Nexus, are our key partners that we go to the farms. We are strong on permanent crops. I think key products that we have is Delegate, GF120, Closer, and other products. We're starting building our portfolio in terms of row crops. Just launched Sure Start as our first maize herbicide, and really proud of the growth that we have in terms of that.
Excellent, Tony. So what do you focus on at Corteva, and where do you play within the Agri SA or the agricultural space in South Africa? And in part, you've already answered that question.
But let me focus. There's three focus areas. I think we like to simplify to say in the seed, we work on germplasm. We've got the best germplasm bank and tools to be able to develop products for farmers. And then secondly, in biotech, in terms of biotech solutions for farmers in South Africa as well. On the seed, seed applied technology or seed treatment, like everybody knows it. And then thirdly, on the farm, in terms of crop protection solutions, digital and agronomy advice to farmers.
Excellent. So another question, as a multinational, what is WW disruptions, and you're experiencing this at this point in time?
Yeah, certainly. I think the Minister Gordon referred to some of that. It's mostly the worldwide supply chain is disrupted and delayed. And I think you may have read what's happening in the US and what's happening in China in terms of that. Secondly, the increase of freight costs. I think the Minister quoted 100% this morning. Some of the freight is really expensive. And then we need to get our raw material to our manufacturing facilities. That is delayed. But I think rest assured that we're trying our best to mitigate that impact on farmers in South Africa.
Now, that's quite scary news, but we hope and trust we will fix these problems going into the future. What is your view on the role of a multinational company like yourself and the role you should play in the agricultural market within South Africa?
Right. Thank you, Christo. I think, first of all, our farmers are competing in the world market. They're competing with farmers in Argentina, Brazil, Spain, and Chile. So, and also our grain commodity prices are linked with world prices and world dynamics. Export crops and fruit specifically have become more competitive. Access to import markets, the thresholds just keep on lifting, especially in Europe with MRLs. So we believe our role is to bring the best and latest technologies to farmers in South Africa to be able to compete and have access to the world markets. And part of that demonstration in terms of the new technologies, I'm happy to announce that today we'll be on this forum for the first time launching a new technology. So therefore, I'm really privileged to announce PowerCore as a new technology that we'll be launching in South Africa, which is a biotechnology solution for grain farmers in South Africa. PowerCore has a combined mode of action of 3 different Bt genes that is effective against primary and secondary pests for maize farmers in South Africa. This new technology will be brought to farmers in South Africa through the Pioneer and Pannar brand in their portfolio in 2022. And I'm happy to say we'll be playing the video for the first time to South African farmers on this forum. Thank you.
Corteva understands the key role of maize production to the South African economy and the threat of above-ground insects to this vital crop. Hence the introduction of PowerCore technology. PowerCore technology incorporates 3 Bt proteins for extensive control of above-ground insects. The unique combination of Bt proteins protects yields and helps to improve resistance management, while its glyphosate tolerance offers proven convenient weed control benefits. Farmers in Argentina, Brazil and the USA have used PowerCore technology with great success.
It's important to have broad spectrum control above ground because that's usually the biggest challenge I run into with some of the above ground pests. You don't have to worry at night when your insect control is working. It gives you a little insurance policy. So it did a real good job for me last year, so that's why I'm happy with it and ready to plant it again this year.
To combine strong insect protection with greater yield potential, PowerCore trait technology is made available in the latest germplasm, and it's all coming to South African maize producers in 2022. From Corteva Agriscience, leading the way in maize hybrid technology.
Wow, this is really exciting news, Tony. I think laying the basis for commercial agriculture to just grow from strength to strength, this is all what this game is all about.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much for that. Just a few other questions. How does the pipeline look in terms of further new technologies, the development of further new technologies, especially for the South African market?
Christo, so we are in the process of deregulating 2 additional technologies just behind PowerCore. The first one would be PowerCore Ultra, which has got 1 additional Bt gene and 2 additional herbicide-tolerant genes for maize. And the timeline subject to approval is around 2025. If you look at the soybean crop, which is a growing crop in South Africa, we've got Conquesta E3, which is 2 insect-resistant genes and 3 herbicide-tolerant genes that we'll be bringing to farmers, subject to approval around 2024.
Excellent. Tony, I know that Corteva sponsors the Food Security Index, and we had a webinar earlier this year around that. What are the trends that you pick up in the latest index that was published?
Actually, that was just published yesterday on BBC, so nice to talk about it today. So I'll talk about the worldwide trend first. So the high-income countries is actually showing a significant decrease in food security, which was a surprise to what we got yesterday. And that's mostly driven by the public investment and R&D development in agriculture. And they actually lost around 7.7 points over the last 10 years, something that we would expect from developing markets. Interesting seeing that in first world markets. Then secondly, South Africa. If you look at the result that we got yesterday, in the past 10 years, we increased our food security overall score with 2 points. It's mostly driven by natural resources and resilience that increased with 13 points. And then secondly, quality and safety that increased with 7 points. I think where we went down was in terms of affordability, mostly driven by COVID and oil prices specifically. So I think overall we're doing well, and we're happy to do that conference speaking about more detail around the Food Security Index with Agri SA again.
Thank you very much, and we really invite our followers out there to join us when it comes to that. Then last but not least, we have a hashtag #init for farmers. What does that mean?
It really means that farmers are at the heart of Corteva's business in all our brands. That means that farmer success equals Corteva success. And if farmers suffer, we suffer as well. We've recently read in the media that about the 480,000 hectares that was destroyed in the Northern Cape as well as in the Free State. And our hearts go out to these farmers. So we're really privileged to be able to make a donation of 500,000 Rand to the Agri SA Disaster Fund to help these farmers out.
Wow. Thank you, Tony. That is really welcoming news. I must say our Disaster Relief Foundation has played a significant role since last year and the previous years. It assists with drought aid. Last year we assisted with food parcels to the hunger-stricken communities, and this year we also assist the 3 provinces where fires have devastated many farms. So this is really welcoming news, and on behalf of Agri SA and all of our affiliates, we really want to thank you for this generous contribution. May I ask my colleague Andrea Comfer, who is in charge of the Disaster Relief Foundation, to accept it on our behalf. Andrea?
Thank you. There you are.
Thank you.
All of the best. I'm sure it's going to get to the farmers. Eh?
Yes, thank you so much. We
Thanks a lot.
appreciate
It's our
it.
privilege. Sure. Thank you.
Okay, let's just stand over here.
Yep.
It's not often that I'm in a photo, so...
Thank you.
Thank you.